Hi there! In this video I'm gonna show you some more advanced settings after my factory reset. What I often read is that e-ink devices are clunky, they feel clunky. This might be because some people who purchase one of these devices, they have the wrong settings. So let's swipe here in the Niagara launcher up and down, and you see this is a high latency. Let's check what refresh modes I'm using here. So this is in HD mode, which is meant to be the highest quality but the least performance. So when we change this to balanced and compare it, you see how smooth this is now by just changing it one step to the balanced. You can even go further, fast. So this is something you have to know when using such a device, that you can change a lot of things. What I recommend is you go to this refresh mode settings in the e-ink center. You see that now I have set it on HD, but you might want to speed up everything a bit. So also in the menu, this is going to be faster afterwards. So I change this to fast mode for all the apps I own, and this should make a huge difference. And now it is, you can quickly navigate, quickly access notes, and this is very limited or very slowly when you don't have, or when you have this HD or Regal mode. Then you also might want to change certain things inside each app individually. So this is a newspaper app, and when you go to this e-ink center again, you have a lot of options. Let's start with the DPI. So you can optimize and then change this DPI setting, which is here in the middle, 450. When you increase this, the size gets more zoomed in. So when you have apps that you like or that you prefer more zoomed in, you can go up. When you have apps you want to zoom out a little, you can change this as well. Automatically refresh, I turn this off because I want to save as much battery as possible. And then by swiping up, you can customize also the colors. So what I do is I look how the pictures are meant to look like. Then you can adjust like this. So here you could use also high contrast, which makes also a difference for reading. You can also enhance the color a little. And this is how I really like it. Then I have two settings for the Notes app. So we have this quick access here, which is great. And then I want to save my note. And the problem here is that I often want to type the date here first. So I had to go in here to 50228, for example, and give it a name. The good thing is that we can access these numbers a bit better by going to the settings, all settings, keyboard, and then you see here separate number row. Turn this on. And now you have this number up here. So this is much quicker now. I can just add to 50228 and type the name. Then what I also prefer when you have a rubber, you have different options for erasing. The one is the AI function. But the problem with this is you see it's not always functioning. So sometimes you have to scribble multiple times. You have to wait, and I hate this. So you have by default, when you have a rubber up here, the function that you can swipe, but also then you have to try certain times, and that's why I prefer the lasso rubber. So you can go to rubber, press twice here, and you change it from stroke to lasso, and then I can, oops, quickly erase large areas. Boom. And that's great because I can write, quickly erase what I want. In the PDFs, it's a bit different or a bit difficult to access this. Go to Files, into PDF. Hi there. So you have also by default this stroke rubber, and when you look here on the side, there is a rubber. So you can just activate or deactivate it for using it with your pen. So you have to go into this handwritten tab. So this is like the main tab. You go into this handwritten tab, and here you find another rubber symbol, and this is the one you are looking for. So press twice, and here you can choose the lasso eraser. And now I can use it with the lasso. Then you see that I have the Notes app up here, and this basically is not the app itself. So it's a little trick, because the problem is that we don't find the Notes app in the Niagara launcher, because it's natively built in, and that's why you cannot access Notes in the Niagara launcher. You could use a widget. You could go down now with the DPI settings. So when you go down quite a bit, suddenly, now it looks fine. This widget now, which is a bit clunky, you see, I press, it doesn't go, it doesn't work. Yeah, these widgets are clunky. When you press here, then I come back to my notes. This is fine, but yeah, why should I use a widget which is not functioning properly? So I remove this again. So what I did is, this is the BOOX menu, and I just changed my default page to the Notes app. I think you can change this in Display. Custom home screen is the Notes. So when you keep this open here, you go back to the Niagara launcher. Now when you press here, boom, you're directly in your notes. So when you create a new note, click new note, I can change doom doom doom, doom doom doom. Okay. And then I can access this directly from the Niagara launcher. It's a little workaround. It works okay for me. Then I have one more additional feature I think could be useful for you. So, for example, when you use Obsidian, you might have different vaults. So the problem is then that you have to go into the app, change your vault. So let's say from upload I go back to work, and then you access your different vault. So it depends always on which vault you had opened last time. So there's a function in the settings which you could use. Go to the apps, and up there, app management, work profile. So I enabled the work profile, and this gives you the option now to run the same app twice. So when you have different accounts or different vaults, you could now install like a second version of Obsidian, or maybe of an email account or whatever. And this is called work profile. So now in the apps, you see now you have a basic app and you have a separate app. When you access this, now when you start it, it looks like you're opening the app for the first time. And then you should also be able to see this in the Niagara launcher. You see here you have the work app. Then I changed it as Vault 1, as Vault 2, and quickly access each of those. So you see the Vault 2 is now the one I had before, my main Obsidian, and the other one is now the new one with this work profile. So when you want to turn this off again, you can turn it off, and then you have to clear all the work profiles again, and then you are reset. So these are some further settings you could consider changing. I will also show you how you can access specific vaults on your iPhone and on your Mac in one of the next videos, so that you also see how to quickly access certain vaults. Okay, have a good one. Bye.